Oh my goodness. Hadn't did a video in a while, but you know, been wrapped up with a lot of other stuff and this and that. But I'm gonna drop a few things. According to the group, posting. Again, let me go in some details on posting. When you are posting on this group poetry, I work hard to get people on this group to see some poetry. So when we get a lot of posting that don't have nothing to do with that, then it really contradicts, or there's a contradiction of what I'm promoting the group, telling other people what this group is about. So when you post something that don't have nothing to do with the group, and then you come back and you wonder why it's gone, it wasn't in context of what the group that I'm promoting and what it's supposed to do, or what you're supposed to experience once you get on the group. And I don't mind. I let some concepts slip through just to see how will the community of this group respond to it. And if you don't get no hits or anything on there, then the group had made its decision that it's not interested in that, and so I had to take it off the group. So my whole approach, or how I will handle this, is sometimes I look at it and I say, okay, they post it. Let's see how the members of the group respond to it. And if they don't, then I take it off. And I'm not telling you what I know, I'm telling you what I experience in promoting groups and getting it out there to the masses. If you get a whole lot of posting that don't have nothing to do with what the group has been advertised for, then you will start to lose a lot of members. And I work too hard to get a lot of these peoples here, so I'm not going to let a whole bunch of posting that's being posted on the group that don't have nothing to do with the group run away the peoples or undermine the effort I put in to get the peoples there. So I hope that makes a whole lot of sense to ya. And another thing I have to address lately is a lot of the poetry has been getting out there. My name associated with a lot of the poetry has come across a lot of people's, and a lot of people's want me to do poetry on them, which that's nice in its own way, but a lot of these people that's coming to me and wanting me to do poetry for me ain't never supported me. Not by book or anything. You see what I'm saying? Not purchasing a book or anything. So my thing is, if I decide to do something for you, it's out of goodness of my heart, you know. I saw an opportunity and I go in on it. Before it's doing a lot of poetry to non-supporters, it just don't make sense. You know, that's not even good business. You know what I'm saying? You know, I try to dedicate my effort towards people who support me, and I support them back. You know, not wearing myself out on people's that I support them, but they have no ideal or even no effort or nothing in their heart to support me back. I mean, that don't make no sense for me to even do that. So, you know, when you come to me and talk about, hey, we want you to do this and do that and this and that and blah, 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 I want you to think in your mind, what have I done for him? Have I did anything for him to give me support or give that person support that never supported me? I mean, what do that make sense even in philosophy or philosophical or ideological? I mean, ideology. What I mean, come on, what you thinking? The funds are real. The bills are real. The expenses are real. You know? Bills don't get paid unless a transaction had been made. That's just real talk, you know? And we got a lot of peoples that's acting like they're not aware of this, or acting like that the system don't operate on this. You know, when you are promoting yourself and financing yourself for a profit, you have to be a good businessman, and you got to make very crucial decisions that's going to keep you from going under or keep above, so you can keep afloat. And when people that don't have that type of mindset, they got to be kind of pushed away or taken out of your surroundings, because they're not going to be any beneficial or be a benefactor to you, because they don't understand the nation or the nature of the business and how it's operating and how it goes. And some reason or another, when it comes to a black man, a black individual is trying to do something, it seems like that this don't apply to us. When it's crucial, it applies to us to 100 million times 100 million to the fifth power. Because most of us don't have the resources to play around. So we have to go with our business knowledge Same thing as the brothers is hustling on the streets and this and that. You got to go with your business knowledge to keep you alive, because you didn't have nothing to work with in the first place. And you're trying to make something literally out of nothing, because you didn't have no support to make it into something. So it's up to you and your knowledge and understanding of the business to make it exist to something. And so those who don't have that mindset, you got to kind of push away from, because it's not going to work. So I just want to say and to emphasize, when you posting on my group, I already put it out there. I want poetry, this and that, and blah, 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 because this is a poetry group, and exclusively erotic sexual groups. Sexual poetry. Now, I am coming with other groups that's dealing with poetry that's outside of sexual. It's going to be non-sexual poetry, intellectual type of poetry, and this and that. That's in the process. That's going to be in the future, and I will make a notification to everybody that love reading intellectual poetry and love writing it. And that's just around the corner, because I'm working on that, as my intellectual book become published, because I started off as an intellectual writer, but the sexual thing was there and people was gravitating to it, so I went with it. But the whole main thing is the main thing I'm trying to emphasize on is when you post on this group, Deep Orgasmic Love Poetry, self-explanatory. The title's there to tell you what you need to be doing on this group. Now, keep in mind, I give a lot of writers, poets, opportunity to come on this group and do what they do. But after a day or so, whatever, don't even take that long, maybe 6-7 hours, if nobody's not gravitating to your poetry, then you're becoming more of a lash against me and my productivity in promoting the group. And I have to either delete it or complete it. And I don't have time to complete people's poetry. So just keep trying until somebody might gravitate to it, because the worst thing in the world is to get somebody into the group and they see a whole lot of stuff that they're not interested in. So they'll eventually just leave, and they'll take their friends with them. So my whole thing is to keep it entertaining. To keep it coming, to keep people's interest. Because once you lose the people's interest, you lose the people's. Thank you. And Read and enjoy yourself.